Kipróbáljuk először ezt a Metal Gear Solidot. De most még csendben.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Tekis nagyon adjál.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No. Missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violate. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if you need to talk to me. Use the send. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack. I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your... In the survival viewer, choose weapon from... Your available weapons will be displayed from that list. Choose the weapon you want to equip. For other equipped items...
Got it. Use...
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will... If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect... You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example. And your wound, keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora. You can use either your tranquilizer gun.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. The suppressor's durability is shown in the eye. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Who's crazy I...
Solo covert actions are standard for... You can't leave any traces of your... No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and... Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international... There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark... You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. You're a ghost, Snake. There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will...
Then I'll just have to take care of...
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one, tape it to your body so you can take it when you...
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that. Right.
I guess that means I can't count on it.
Correct. The mission...
The real one.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, as well as recording your mission. She's a member of Fox as well, and
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic?
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real...
Are you going to tell me yours?
My name, huh?
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one... What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency.
So saving lets me record...
That's right. It also records the...
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you're a legendary soldier and you're... Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization. She's going to be serving as Fox's...
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I...
Jack, is that you? How many years is...
Boss?
That's right. Talk to me. Let me...
It's been 5 years. 72.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my...
Of course I can. I know...
Really? Well, I don't...
What's that supposed...
Why'd you disappear on me, all of...
I was on a top secret... You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I want...
No. I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to...
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from... In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most... Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just... Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean that having personal feelings about your comrade. Politics determine who you face on, and politics are a living thing. Yesterday's good might be...
Is that why you abandoned...
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, a soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. But you're looking for you're a natural-born fighter. A soldier is a political tool, nothing... That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. He has no enemies and no friends. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being...
I do whatever I have to get the job done.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, in the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or... There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end.
Being paid.
It means devoting yourself...
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their term,
I follow the will of the leader.
people aren't the ones who dictate
Then who does?
the time. People's values change over, so there's no such thing as the enemies we fight are only enemies in. As long as we have loyalty to the end,
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to...
the only thing we can believe in is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right.
That's right, the legendary unit that the boss put together, the Cobra unit. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice.
same here. After all, Snake, you were always best at urban war, but this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are
CQC. I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years.
not to worry. After all, this is your first actual survival mission.
Where are you, boss?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if...
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this...
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Tényleg az van odaírva arra szó.
Camouflage is an indispensable to use. Then select choose the most camouflage pattern. Visibility is poor in the jungle. Naturally, this means that close...
So I'll have plenty of chance.
That's right. In proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best. Rather than engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous. You'll end up revealing yourself.
Yeah, I know. You create...
With your help, in a battle situation, you'll only have a split second. Press the aim button to get ready, then use the attack button to press the CQ, pressing it multiple times but striking your opponent is just one. It doesn't really start to shine. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your... From there, you can use the move. This can be used to knock an opponent. If you don't press the movement stick,
Nem láttam a másik rokit. Ja, ezt elbasztam. you can only use CQC to grab enemies. Oké, akkor itt nem baszoktassuk. Nyugszik. király. Az a first personban is jól néz ki. Hol mutatta a HP-mat? Éjszakra megyünk. Azt hittem, be van még csukva. Esküszöm.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory. You can't let the Kremlin find out that this contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't...
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through. The success of the mission depends on how well... Change your camouflage by selecting... The uniform option lets you pick your... Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows the higher the value, the key is...
A legjobb kamuflázs van rajtam már eleve. A misszióhoz. Jó messzire eljön. Megfordulnál? Oké. Okay. Majdnem lebuktatott. Hát odáig nem viszem le. Van ott még egy. kommandó. Többen vannak.
Footsteps.
Basszus. Én azt hittem, csak ez az egy van. Az ott a faodvárba pont jó lesz. Muszáj. Hányan vagytok? Kibuki. Ne. Na. De talán hogy kell? Téged ki kell lőni? Ez az. Prince Charming. Nagyon szép játék mellesleg. Ezt nem fogja abba hagyni? Dolinovodna. Angolul nagyon szépen van írva. De miért esik le? Hogy kell visszamenni? -5%. Oda le kell lesz már menni. Hol írja HP-mat amúgy? El fog fogyni a staminám. Meg volt az első halál. Oda a Flawless. Nyugi. Lassan. Hű, azért magas. Anyád. És akkor így rá tudok váltani. Értem. Megint. Szeret lecsúszkálni ez az ember. Tényleg Snake. Mász már fej? Nem tetszik, hogy nincs ilyen felderítő gomb. Ezzel ilyen ultra lassan. A gombát nem? Az igen! Beszoptam az első ilyen hangomat. Jó, loadolunk, csak kipróbáltam milyen leülni előtt. Oké. Párszor lesz loadolva. Oké, most is a faszomat. Én elfelejtettem, hogy mind ott van. Hogy fogok ott átmenni? És megint át kell másznom. Faszom. Látjátok, így kibaszni nem lehet közben menteni amúgy. Meg kell már nézni. Nincs olyan, hogy save, bázd meg.
Someone there?
Who's that?
HQ response. This is HQ. Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup. Acknowledged.
Az így nem jó. Ezt így elbasztam rendesen.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory.
Northeast section.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring... He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want...
And that is?
Sorry for being...
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood.
Mindjárt jövök. Na most már sokkal jobb. Kicsit furja, hogy nem lehet megmarkolni az enemiket. Legugolás. Oké. Lesz már most oda. Nézzük a kamust. A face az marad. Nem ezt a fegyvert. Ezt. Mert tetszik, hogy oda hív. De milyen zajt adjak még? Mindjárt jön a surprise, motherfucker.
What was that noise? Huh? What was that noise? Huh? What was that noise?
Sedacious.
Who's that?
Így kell elbaszni. Meg nehezen oda jön Johnny, erre nem mindig elkúrom, hogy mit kell megnyomni. Mi alatt akarunk? Hát akkor jó nyomtam, tartani kell biztos.
Who's that? Radio, get up!
Hát ez nem jött be. Hogy látszik, ott kell megvárnunk Jonas-t. Hogy hullik a levél rólam. Nem nyugszok meg a seggemre, csak meg kéne várni. Szétverjük a kezünket.
Who's that?
De miért nem csinálja? Én nem értem, mit kell nyomni.
HQ respond.
Ez fasság.
I think I saw something. Huh? Who's that?
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Titkos ügynökök vagyunk. Ezzel jól elszórakoztunk. Ezzel a bevadulunk neki megyünk el, de nem így játszunk. Közelebb kell menni hozzá, amikor kijön és neki baszódni. Nem kéne ennyit várni, míg ide tolja a pofáját. Meg kicsit jobban hallaná, hogy csapkodom itt a falat.
What was that noise?
Meg vagy pöcsve. Ott be lehetett volna menni, geci. Jó, hogy feljutott. Faküdj már az Isten ezt. Hát... Ez komoly. Ez... Kezd ez a játék nagyon nem tetszeni.
Who's that?
Ez a játék utál engem. Csak azt majd nézem, hogy ilyen beginner tips videót látom.
Who was that? Who's that?
Oké, YouTube videóval később. Na, megnéztem egy kis vidit. Megcsináljuk most először a nézést. A falast. Ezt szerintem itt sikerülni fog. Mi jó most ez, mert itt vagyok? Van nálam amúgy valami kaja?
I want some more.
Nincs több. Jön már Johnny. Elindult. Ciao, bro. Streamelek. Majd benémítom akkor most egy kicsit.
Huh? What was that noise? Who's that? I think I saw something. Huh. Guess I'm seeing things. What's wrong? Who's that?
HQ. This is HQ.
What's wrong? Huh? The enemy is close by. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Who's that?
I want some more. You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You and the know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss.
What happened?
It's...
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a crew soldier? Doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major!
Leave it! Shoot the other one!
ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you...
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after
A GRU colonel?
part of an internal Soviet power struggle. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds...
I don't like it. Something...
I agree.
Sokolov ran off.
We're counting on you.